Hello, my name is Simone Pollard and I work with the City of Austin Parks and Recreation. The Parks and Recreation Department is excited to be a part of today's highlights. We want to tell you a story about our sustainability during the time of the corona epidemic. We have been in constant transition since March of 2020 up until today. Our desire has been to continuously offer services to our community, but abide by the CDC guidelines and keep our staff safe. Our vision is to be an innovative leader in parks and recreation experiences, and our mission is to inspire Austin to learn, play, protect, and connect by creating diverse programs and experiences in sustainable, natural spaces and public places. In connecting community, we have been successful in maintaining distancing, wearing masks, washing our hands, and sanitizing equipment. All of this has assisted in reducing the spread of the coronavirus among our team members and the public. Many of the parks and recreation facilities have remained closed to the public. However, we have managed to host a small on-site learning camp for children of city employees. We've been able to make home deliveries of activity packets. We are partnering with the Central Texas Food Bank to distribute meals for children, and we are hosting various drive-through events and virtual classes for our community. Today, I have some friends that have come along with me to join in explaining some of our services that we have been offering and how we have transitioned to what we are offering today. Let me briefly start by mentioning our free meals for kids and teens. This program has been placed in 10 facilities throughout the Austin area. Out of these 10 facilities, 5 of the facilities are recreation centers. These facilities are Montopolis Recreation Center that meets on Fridays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., South Austin Recreation Center that meets on Tuesdays 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., Ditmar Recreation Center that meets on Thursdays 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., Turner Roberts Recreation Center that meets on Wednesdays from 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m., and Givens Recreation Center that meets on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 12 o'clock noon. The Free Meals for Kids and Teens program is for children ages 18 and under, and the meals provide supper and snack for the entire week, plus breakfast and lunch for the entire weekend. Can't beat that. Each location is a drive-through opportunity, and parents can stop by any one of these recreation centers to get free meals for their kids. To get the free meals, parents will need to provide official documentation by either letter or email from the school listing the enrollment. It can be an individual student report card, an attendance report from Parents Portal or the school website, a birth certificate for children not in school, or a school ID card. All meals are free, and there are meals available for each child in the family. If you have any questions regarding the meal program, please visit the website www.centraltexasfoodbank.org/gethelp/helpkids. Thank you for listening to my spiel about the free meal program, and I hope you take advantage of it. Now, this is a great time for me to mention our other drive-through opportunities, such as our drive-through movies, drive-through bingos, our drive-through holiday events. We are still hosting these types of events on a regular basis, and patrons can always visit our department website to find out what's going on in the community. Go to www.austintexas.gov/department/parks and recreation. Now I'm going to turn it over to my good friend, Miss Claudia Rocha, and she's going to tell you about our department's learning camps for kids.
Thanks, Simone. Hi, I'm Claudia Rocha, and I'm the site supervisor at Dolores Duffy Recreation Center. At the beginning of the pandemic, I was tasked with offering a camp for our essential employees. You see, Parks and Recreation not only considers our residents our community, but our co-workers also. So we took in the essential employees that had registered with their children, and we made a camp/school for them for the first half of the pandemic. As that school year ended, we graduated some kindergartners, moved some 5th graders into 6th grade, and learned a little bit more about how school was going to be run virtually. Then the summer came and we were able to provide them with camp with a little bit of water games, social distancing games, arts and crafts, and made their summer a little bit more enjoyable during the pandemic. We finished off the summer and started a new school year. We had extra tablets, extra Chromebooks just in case, earphones, and we were ready to go. We started it with the first day of school pictures. We moved on to Halloween, tried to make it as normal as possible for each of the participants so that our essential employees from the departments of Health and Austin Public Health, Austin Resource Recovery, APD, 911, Parks and Recreation employees from all over, even Fleet, all of them when their children were able to participate in our program. Each individual holiday, we tried to add special events, Black History Month, Valentine's. We even had a little spring fling. So we're coming to the end of our school year this year. The kids are writing a book about their year, and we're getting ready for summer. We're holding registration right now, so please feel free, try to get into our program. If you're an essential employee, we'd be more than glad to let your kids have fun with us.
Well, I'm back. Next, I want to tell you about our activity kit deliveries. When the pandemic hit, the City of Austin Parks and Recreation Department wanted to stay connected to the community. We decided to deliver activity kits to our former participants, and we even started delivering kits to our virtual participants. Some facilities also provide activity kits during their free food distributions. Each kit has something different, and different according to if we're delivering to a senior participant or a child participant. These kits include science activities, craft activities, and even information. These kits have previously been provided by various divisions within our department, including the Daugherty Arts Center, the Austin Nature Science Center, and many of our recreation centers. Now I will turn it over to Emily Hansen, and she will inform you of the services available through the Lending Library and the Austin Nature Science Center.
Thanks, Simone. So I'm Emily Hansen from the Austin Nature and Science Center. And in a normal year, a lot of recreation centers across the city participate in the Lending Library program. These centers that either provide after-school care or senior programming can sign up to have staff from the Nature and Science Center or the Daugherty Arts Center or the Mexican American Cultural Center come to their site and work with their participants. Of course, COVID changed all of that. So over the past year, most of these cultural sites have adapted our programming to go virtual or independent. So the Daugherty Arts Center provides programs like Paper Pandemonium. They provide some of the activities and online instructions, and participants can make crafts from a dream catcher to a paper crown to a puppet to a snowflake. The Emma S. Barrientos Mexican American Cultural Center has fantastic resources available for anybody on their website. You can make everything from a lowrider that uses a plastic fork to hit the switch and make it jump. So they also provide instructions for a nature portrait in the style of Frida Kahlo. You can learn about Lucha Libre culture and make your own Lucha Libre mask. And you can learn about the wildlife of the borderlands and create your very own paper snake. The Nature and Science Center distributes activity kits to centers in Austin that are providing care for city employees, as well as centers that provide programming for senior citizens. Most of these kits include the materials that are necessary to do the activities and a lot of instructions. The senior kits provide a lot more in-depth background information to break some of the monotony of the pandemic and lockdown. Some of these activities include themes like art and nature and the miracle of flight and great scientific discoveries and even animal communication. Here's an example of one of the activities that we did with the seniors in the art and nature activity pack.
One of my favorite activities that we frequently do at the Nature and Science Center is affectionately and unscientifically called dancing milk. It's an easy enough activity that children can do it, but I included it in our adult activity kits and took it a step further. We described the molecular structure of dish detergent and how it interacts with the proteins and fats in different types of milk with beautiful results. In the Art and Nature activity kit, our participants received a shallow plate, some food coloring, some cotton swabs, and a wee container of dish soap. We did ask them to provide their own milk and encourage them to try different types of milk to see if the results differed. The instructions asked them to fill the plate just to cover the bottom with milk, and then add a few drops here and there of food coloring. They could get as creative as they want and add as many colors as they want. All right, so the next part of the instruction was to take a cotton swab, dip it in the dish soap, and then gently place the cotton swab into the water. And notice what happens. So this is where the science of the activity comes in. The structure of the detergent molecules have to fight their way through the water in the milk, and that disrupts the food coloring. So they are trying to get themselves around the fat molecules in the milk. And that pushes the colors, as you can see, it keeps on going. That pushes the colors out of the way as the detergent tries to do its job. So we encouraged our participants to play around to see how their milk keeps dancing. You can see it's still going right here. And even though this is an extremely simple activity, it's beautiful, it has a great scientific explanation, and it's something that adults would enjoy doing, either on their own or with younger participants.
The Lending Library program was a great example of how staff from all across the city of Austin worked together during the pandemic to provide care and enrichment for its residents. Whether food distribution locations, places for city employees' children to learn and be safe, or sites where seniors could pick up these activities to keep them busy during the pandemic, these recreation centers show that we really do serve the entire community. Let's throw it back to Simone.
Wow, Emily, that's a lot of stuff. I'm hoping our listeners visit some of these websites and take advantage of some of these awesome craft ideas. Now, I want to tell you about our virtual after-school classes and our ongoing virtual video library. We've offered 5 virtual after-school sessions, and these classes included things as art, games, we even had TikTok videos, music production, cooking classes, and even science projects exploding and blowing up on the screen. It's been awesome. So to conclude, we have Mr. Jason Miller. Jason will tell you about summer camp opportunities and hiring opportunities within our department.
Thanks, Simone. We're excited to announce the launch of Summer Camp 2021. We'll be offering both in-person and virtual camps this summer. In-person camps are available for ages 5 to 12 at recreation centers, cultural centers, therapeutic centers, and nature-based centers. Camp will run for 8 weeks from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. beginning June 21st. Camp will cost $120 per week for residents. We will also offer teen camps at select locations for teens aged 12 to 15. Teen camp is $100 per week for residents. To ensure the safety of all in-person camp participants, we will be utilizing the pod model of small groups of no more than 8 kids and 2 staffers per room. Masks, social distancing, temperature checks, and pre-screening questions will be required. Next, we'll be offering our virtual option called Stay Creative via Zoom for ages 8 to 12. The Stay Creative class will go from 2 to 4 p.m. beginning June 7th. The Stay Creative virtual classes will be free for all participants. For more information, go to www.austintexas.gov/summercamps, or to register, visit austintexas.gov/parksonline. Due to COVID, we'll have much smaller camp sizes than usual, and to ensure that the process is fair and equitable for all, we'll be utilizing a lottery system for registration. Lottery registration is open now and will close on May 16th. We are also hiring over 150 counselors for all summer programs. Positions start at $15 per hour, and applicants must be 18 years or older to apply. Please visit www.austintexas.gov/summerjobs for more info. We're excited to offer summer camps again this year. We know it'll be a fun and meaningful experience for your family, and we hope to see you there. Back to you, Simone.
Well, everyone, this concludes our segment for today. I want to thank all of our department staff that have participated in this production, as well as Mr. Wes Baxter and the Conley Guerrero Senior Activity Center for producing this video. Please remember to continue to use the Austin Parks and Recreation trails, playgrounds, and outdoor courts. There's so much outside to do, and we don't want you to miss it. Just remember, nature never closes. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.